Andy Burnham is going to fail in rejuvenating the Labour Party and keeping the Red Wall loyal to Labour in general. Labour is on its last chance saloon with Red Wall voters, and Andy Burnham is not going to change things. He's vaguely competent and is appealing to that demographic, the white working class people of Northern England, Scotland, and Wales. But he's going to find that the Blairite State that was set up post 1997 is against that. All of the heavy industry, all of our major manufacturing has been shipped overseas, and nothing replaced the centre for people up in the north to actually work in local industries. And this was done in the 70s and 80s. It wasn't just Thatcher, it was Labour as well, but they closed all of the heavy industry all over the country, anywhere outside the south, and shipped it all abroad to keep costs low. And nothing actually replaced it. This is the tragedy of anywhere in the United Kingdom outside the south. And this is the question that's not been squared by any government post 1997. Essentially, all of the Red Wall, and anywhere that isn't the southeast or London, lives on state-funded handouts. And the reason is because nothing replaced the native industries and give the working class a focus post deindustrialization. If you look at the expenditure, the GDP per capita in all of the regions and the home nations, they're all in the negative, apart from the southeast and London. They are all subsidised by those two regions of Britain and Northern Ireland. Everybody is subsidised, and this is due to the highly regulated economy and over taxation. It stifles the entrepreneurial nature of many people in Britain. Many people want to innovate, many people want to set up small businesses, but they are strangulated and they are edged out of the market in favour of the multinational conglomerates. Now, when Andy Burnham goes into London and he becomes the next Prime Minister, he's going to find his hands tied by this Blairite state. I have no faith he's going to be able to turn anything around because the state is there to preserve itself at this point. It's not there to serve the people, the working class people like me or anybody else potentially watching this video. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse in the coming decade with the birth of AI, and that's going to be replacing a lot of white collar jobs. I have a lot of people that I know that are in high paid white collar jobs, and they know that they're going to be on the dole queue, much like the previous generation. The manual workers were put on the dole queue with mass migration and also the exportation of our labour overseas. That's going to be happening again. So it's going to be happening to a new generation of people. They're going to be put on the dole queue. And I'm not seeing any compelling answers from anybody, especially the legacy parties, on what's going to be innovating moving forward. What am I actually for? What are the white working class people actually for? Without a compelling story and without a narrative we can get behind. This is what the Labour Party has failed to recognise. We didn't want Starmer because he's a Southern lawyer, human rights lawyer, who's more at home in prosecuting our war heroes than actually doing what's best for the British people. So we didn't want Keir Starmer. We don't want Andy Burnham. He's just not Starmer, and he is, as I've mentioned previously, vaguely competent. I'm not seeing any plans from Labour or the Tories in what they're going to do about the mass unemployment that is going to happen when AI replaces the white collar jobs. There are still a few good eggs in the Labour Party, people like Jonathan Hinder. I see him on TV and he comes across as very, very personable and very in tune with his constituents. But for the past 50 years, the working classes have been forgotten by a system that has left them behind. We want to work, we want to innovate, We want to contribute to the country as a whole. What we need is a compelling narrative and a new plan for anywhere that isn't the southeast and London, because they are preserving themselves as the economic centres of Britain and to a lesser degree Scotland because of the financial services in Edinburgh. But what about the rest of us? This is what the whole levelling up with Boris Johnson was meant to be about, is about levelling up and making the regions of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland essentially be able to be economically viable in their own rights. We should all have our own industries, new industries, R&D, new technology, whether that's computer programming, whether that is actually managing AI, that's doing the manual jobs. People need to be getting upskilled, people need to be getting training opportunities, people need to be getting... There will be some manual work that still needs to be done by people as well. This is what needs to be focused on. There needs to be a compelling vision and a compelling plan. And more to the point, there's no money in the coffers to do any of this based on the current state. The way that the state is managed currently is to the global interests and to benefit specifically the southeast and London. What needs to change is a redistribution not of wealth, but of the means to generate wealth in the regions that aren't London and the southeast. This is why Labour is failing and will continue to fail. I don't have any faith in the Tories to fix this either. What do you think? Do you think I'm hitting the nail on the head? Do you think I'm overstating things? Or do you think I am right? People outside of London do not want to be dependent on benefits. What we want is the opportunities to make better our lot in life. And since the industry has left Britain, that has been denied. These are just my thoughts. As always, your mileage may vary. Like and subscribe, do all of that great stuff. I will see you in the next video.